Today, we've got some exciting rumors about the upcoming iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max that you'll definitely want to hear about. If you're a fan of faster charging and longer battery life, this video is for you. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And as always, check out the links in the description for more tech content and giveaways, including the latest from Samsung. All right, let's get into it. The latest rumors out of China suggest that Apple is finally stepping up its game when it comes to charging speeds. If you've been following the tech scene, you know that Apple has lagged behind some of its competitors in this area, but that might be about to change. Currently, the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max support up to 27-watt wired charging and up to 15-watt MagSafe wireless charging. These speeds are decent, but they don't exactly set the world on fire, especially when you compare them to some of the charging speeds offered by other brands. Enter the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. According to these rumors, Apple is bumping up the charging speeds to 40 watt for wired charging and 20 watt for MagSafe wireless charging. That's a pretty significant improvement. To put this in perspective, all these are peak rates and won't be sustained throughout the entire charging process. It's still a big step forward for Apple. Of course, it's worth noting that Apple is still playing catch-up. Many Chinese smartphone manufacturers like Xiaomi and Oppo are already offering 120-watt wired charging and 50-watt wireless charging. So while Apple is making progress, it's not yet leading the pack in terms of charging speed. But why is Apple making these changes now? According to the rumors, the higher peak charging rates are meant to compensate for increased battery capacities in the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. Essentially, Apple wants these new models to charge at least as fast as their predecessors, even though they'll have bigger batteries. This makes a lot of sense. If Apple is increasing the battery size, they need to ensure that the overall charging time doesn't suffer. Nobody wants to wait longer for their phone to charge just because it has a bigger battery. This move will help maintain a good user experience, ensuring that the new iPhones charge quickly and efficiently. Another interesting point is that a rumor from about a year ago also claimed that the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max would use stacked battery technology. This technology allows for higher capacities and longer lifespans, which fits perfectly with the idea of faster charging speeds. If these rumors hold true, it looks like Apple is making some solid improvements under the hood. So what does this mean for you? If you're someone who often finds themselves in need of a quick charge, these improvements could make a significant difference in your daily life. Faster charging speeds and larger batteries mean you can spend more time using your phone and less time waiting for it to charge. Of course, these are still just rumors, and we'll have to wait until September to see if they pan out. But if they do, the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max could be some of the most exciting releases we've seen from Apple in a while. What do you think about these rumored improvements? Are you excited about the possibility of faster charging speeds and bigger batteries? Let me know in the comments section below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.